Welcome back. Today we're answering Disney cruise questions that everyone's asking in 2025.
These are real questions we pulled straight from Disney Cruise Facebook groups, and we're giving our honest, unscripted answers.
So let's see what everyone wants to know before setting sail on their Disney cruise. Let's dive in. Welcome back.
Yes, and we're back.
Yeah, we're back. We're back in the office.
In the same room.
That's not finished.
Hopefully at some point there will be something on this wall besides this sign.
Yeah, we'll get there. We've been cruising a lot. So
it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, but welcome back. So today we've got a great video for you guys. Today we want to answer some questions that we see a lot from first-time cruisers.
Yeah, there's a lot of things about a Disney cruise, some that are particular to Disney cruises. So even if you're a regular cruiser, but you've never done a Disney cruise, there's a lot of questions. So we always want to be a resource for you to help answer those questions.
Definitely. And even if it is your first cruise, like Michelle was saying, there's a lot to it, and it can get overwhelming quick. So one of the things that we always tell you guys about is the Facebook group on Facebook.
Yes.
There's one for every single cruise. And so we are actually about to leave on a cruise in what?
Literally, we're going to fly out in a week.
Yeah, from today. We're filming, it's Sunday today, just to give the video reference. And so we are in our Facebook group currently. And so what we wanted to do was, I'm going to pull my phone out, is jump into our cruise group and actually find some current questions from current cruisers that they have.
Yeah, and because we're literally just going to scroll through, it's not going to be in any particular order.
Yeah.
And we're just going to kind of answer it as we go. Kyle's going to be on the one for our current cruise group. I'm going to be on one for a cruise that we've been on in the past.
I think it was our concierge cruise, right?
Yes. Yeah. And so...
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Before we dive in, guys, if you don't mind giving this video a big thumbs up, that really helps the algorithm figure out who to show this video to. And if you're not subscribed yet,
oh my gosh,
64% of you are not subscribed. I'm trying to get my finger as close as I can.
I don't know that this is helping them subscribe.
We would love to have you along. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified of future videos.
We have a lot of fun things coming up. Yeah. We are going on a cruise.
5-night Bahamian cruise to, is it technically a Bahamian cruise? 5-night cruise to
Nassau, Castaway, Lookout. It's going to be so much fun. You'll want to be there.
Halloween on the high seas.
Yes.
It's going to be a good time. So make sure you're subscribed to be able to see that. We have a packing video coming out before that. You don't want to miss that.
Yes.
And we would love to have you guys along on this journey. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I think we're like 940 something. So we'd love to have you along on that adventure.
Yes.
So
and with that,
let's get back into it.
Let's dive in.
All right, so Michelle has got our first question. Remember, these are in no particular order because we're just pulling them straight off of the Facebook groups.
Yeah, so this one says that they didn't sign up for prepaid gratuities. Will they automatically charge my credit card? So yes, they will. They actually automatically charge you every day when you're on board.
Hey y'all, Editor Michelle here. We are at Disneyland. But I was editing this video on my way down and just wanted to clarify that if you have a sailing that is less than 6 nights, they will automatically charge your card once it hits $300. If it's over 6 nights or more, once your account hits $500, then they'll charge. So they won't charge you every night unless you hit that limit for the day. So just wanted to clarify that, that they'll only charge you every night if you hit that limit. Other than that, they'll just charge everything at the end, including the gratuities.
But for the gratuities specifically, which was this question, they just charge it at the end.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so here's mine. I got one.
Okay.
Can you go up to guest services on the ship and put cash on your account? And they're meaning your onboard account. So everybody has an onboard account. That actually even that's referencing Michelle's last question. Or does it have to be gift cards, like Disney gift cards? So the answer to this is yes, you can bring cash. Matter of fact, the first cruise that Michelle and I did, I think we brought just a fat stack of cash and put it on our account.
You can do cash, you can do gift cards, you can put another card on file.
Yeah, and
there's a lot.
The big tip that we give everyone now is to actually use Disney gift cards, because if you buy them at, say, like Target or
Sam's Club,
sometimes you can get, say, like a $50 gift card for, I don't know, $40 or whatever the discount is. So you actually, you gain a few dollars, or you save yourself a few dollars. Cruise math.
That's more money you could spend on the cruise.
Yeah. So
free money.
It didn't charge you anything. So yes, you can bring cash to put onto your onboard account.
Okay, so here's another one. Do you have to purchase an internet package in order to text or call family members that are on the cruise with you? So no, you don't. If you're in the same stateroom, it'll automatically link you in like a message on the Navigator app. But you can always add other people as well too.
Yeah, so even if you're not staying in the same stateroom, there is a way to add somebody else to where you can talk to them.
Yeah.
We did this with our friends, Mike and Tamara.
All in the Navigator app,
All in the Navigator app. The other thing that a lot of folks will use, and we're not going to dive into how it works just because you can make that its own video, but a lot of folks will use an app called WhatsApp. That works at sea as well, and that doesn't charge your phone.
They don't have to have internet for that one?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Yeah. I could be wrong. I just know that people use WhatsApp to communicate on the ship. So let's put a asterisk next to that.
Okay, sounds good.
So sticking with the internet theme here, so my next question is actually about the Wi-Fi as well. So wondering if anyone has any input on how reliable the Wi-Fi is. My husband has to make a Zoom call for work. He can't miss it. It's on one of our sailing days, so one of the sea days. So my answer to that is yes, you can do that.
Yeah.
I call home constantly. Now, mind you, we have Apple iPhones and Apple products. I don't know how Zoom would work, but I do know that I can do FaceTime and call home because we like to check on our puppy dog. So I've made many calls on sea days out in the middle of the ocean.
Well, it's usually clear and responsive,
it's usually
right?
very clear and responsive. A lot of people, I feel like there's like this hit or miss attitude with like the internet packages. Since they've upgraded the ships to Starlink, I think most of them use Starlink now. It's been very reliable. There's also only 2 packages now for internet. There's basically like their basic package and then like a premium one.
Yeah.
I always do the premium one, and I've never had any issues.
Yeah.
And we do all of our social media posts from the ship. Like I said, I've called home before. So I would say that it's pretty reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do they do dining assignments? Like what night do you go to what themed dining? So this, you won't necessarily know ahead of time, but if you call, they will usually tell you like what night is what, as far as like formal night and pirate night.
Yeah.
But other than that, as far as like what restaurant are you going to, you won't know until you're on the ship.
Yeah.
And so once you can look at the Navigator app and see your plans and see the schedule, you'll be able to see it. But before then, you won't be able to see it.
Yeah, and the reason for that is it's a giant puzzle piece for them. So things are changing constantly. Even day of, people are going, we will always go in because we request a table, just a table for two, a private table. And we will always go and kind of verify that. So even something as simple as that request could change. Like you as a family might have to move somewhere else so that they can accommodate this and then accommodate you at the same time. So it's like a giant, it actually gives me a headache thinking about how much they have to do that. Yeah. But that's why. So sticking with kind of the communication theme, in our October cruise group, someone asked, are they allowed to use walkie-talkies on the ship? Yeah. And this is actually a good question. And it's actually on this person. Actually, the way they said it in the comments was really funny. It's on the no-no list. So if you know, Disney actually has a list that you can check on the website if you're unsure about if you can bring something on the cruise or not. It's there. I'll be honest. It's a lot of kind of common sense things like can't bring firearms, can't bring knives, can't bring that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But walkie-talkies is actually one of the things that's on that list. So no, you cannot bring walkie-talkies on the cruise. I understand why somebody would ask that, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to keep in contact with people. I think their thought behind it is because the ship is using radios, so they don't want any issues there. But that's just the captain in me that says that. But so no, you can't bring walkie-talkies on the cruise, but like we mentioned, you have many other ways that you could use to communicate with your family.
Yeah, always a lot of questions on like, can I bring this? Can I bring that?
Yeah.
And so one of the questions that I'm scrolling past right now is about the sound machine. So I'll link I think we usually have the one we use linked below.
Made it on every single
Never had
cruise.
an issue with it getting inspected. So.
Yeah. All right, so this one's for all you beer drinkers out there. Can you purchase, Disney does this really cool thing. They have a refillable mug that I think is like $15.
Ooh, yeah.
Something like that.
For beer.
For beer.
It gives you like, I don't know the ounces, but I think it gives you...
It's a decent sized drink.
Like you only have to pay for a 15-ounce pour and it gives you like an 18-ounce pour or something like that. Yeah,
but it's a refillable mug. It's also kind of like a souvenir mug.
Yeah.
But this person was asking, do you have to purchase it on board the ship, or can you purchase it in advance on the app? And the answer is yes, you can do both.
Yes.
So you can purchase it ahead of time. I don't think there's a price difference between purchasing it in the app and purchasing it on board.
No, there's not.
Yeah. If you see and you're trying to do it ahead of time and it's sold out, don't panic. You can get it on board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, and another tip with that I just thought of. So at the end of the cruise, you can they will either give you a token, so you can get a token.
Yes.
So that when you come on your next cruise, you give them that token, and then
Mm-hmm.
you kind of start with a fresh mug. Or if you just want to keep the mug, they will actually give you a fresh in-the-box mug to take home.
Yeah.
So those are kind of your two options with that.
Okay, there's always a lot of questions about weather and what they do in response to weather.
Yeah, and we're kind of facing that right now.
Yeah, every October cruise we've done always faces
been
this.
something.
Do you want to talk about like the weather?
Yeah, so yes, weather can affect cruises, but not necessarily in the way that you're thinking. So a lot of times what will happen is if you're on the ship, you're going to be safe. Like, let's just start there.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be safe. Matter of fact, I would say you're probably in the safest spot to deal with a hurricane on board the ship. Disney is going to change routes, go around it, do what they have to do to avoid it. You might get into some rougher water where it could be a little uncomfortable if you get seasick. But it's not gonna. I think people think of like those Dark Seas videos with like the Yo-Ho soundtrack playing in the background. It's nothing like that. The ship might be moving a little bit more, but there's no waters that you guys would ever experience on a Disney cruise that is anywhere near the actual capability of these ships. The other thing that can happen is they might drop a stop, for example. So if you're scheduled to go to Castaway Cay and that day that you're scheduled to be there, the hurricane's supposed to roll through or there's really bad weather, they might make it a sea day, and then the day that you're at sea is then now Castaway. Mm-hmm. So they will move the schedules around accordingly to kind of accommodate as much as they can.
More often than not, it's just a port change.
Yes.
Like port changes is the weather.
Yeah, it's pretty rare for Disney to actually fully cancel a cruise.
Yeah.
We've only, in the time that we've been cruising, I don't know that I've heard of an actual cruise being fully canceled. We've seen itinerary changes, but yeah.
Yeah.
Did that answer kind of? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, another question that I see a lot is questions about fish extenders and pixie dusting.
Yeah, what the heck's the difference? This took me a minute to understand too.
Yeah, and what the difference is. So fish extenders are the things that you hang off your door and you sign up for a group where you and usually it's like 7 or 8 staterooms. You guys all give each other gifts, and there's
it's like
usually
a Secret Santa type deal.
That is a perfect explanation. Yes, it's like a Secret Santa, but on a cruise
you know who they
ship.
are.
Yeah, and a lot of times they'll ask you like, what are your favorite characters and
Right.
things, so you can get personalized gifts. But those are specific groups for the fish extenders, and then it'll have their stateroom, so you can go drop off your gift at their room.
Very organized. Yeah.
Very organized.
Very organized.
Pixie dusting is more of like a magic
moment
type of thing. Yeah. A lot of people might make stuff. So like there was one girl on one who made like friendship bracelets, like the T-Swift friendship bracelets. And so she would just like drop them on random doors or doors that they liked. A lot of times when we have decorated doors, people will just like give us random things.
Oh man, I don't know where the magnet is in the room right now. One of our recent cruises,
we got a specific
a Season Dreams magnet made. Now that was just a pixie dust. But yeah.
So we've never done fish extender groups. We've talked about it in some past videos. It just doesn't fit us as well, but we love to do pixie dusting. Our version of pixie dusting is we have pictures on our door and you can take one.
Yeah.
So the pixie dusting is just like magical things that guests are doing for each other. Fish extenders are very organized.
Yeah.
Yes, and some people can handle that and other people don't, and either way is fantastic and fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's a good one. This one's near and dear to my heart. Does anyone know if men are allowed to wear shorts to dinner in the main dining restaurants on the cruise, such as, and this is for the Dream specifically, Enchanted Gardens, Animator's Palette, and Royal Palace, not specifically not Palo or Remy. So yes, you can wear shorts to dinner. It's part of cruise casual. I wear shorts to every single, matter of fact, I wore shorts to Palo. How about that? Now, mind you, you're not supposed to wear shorts to Palo dinner.
But Palo brunch,
Palo
you
brunch
can.
is okay.
Yeah.
So I wear shorts every single dinner. I usually wear, you guys have seen it before, I usually wear the same shirt that I've been wearing during the day to dinner. But even if you want to, I've worn a t-shirt to dinner before.
Overall, you can really wear whatever you want to dinner. Disney is not picky about it on any of the nights. Now, there is always a formal night. We don't usually dress up for formal night.
That's by choice, though.
Yeah.
It's not a enforced, like, this is formal, take or leave it.
So there's
type
always
thing.
a formal night. There's always a pirate night. Again, we vary in how piratey we get, but you don't have to wear pirate anything. They do give you bandanas so that you're a part of it, but you don't have to bring anything. Really, I feel like those are the main have to dress up nights. The only required dress code is a Remy, an Enchante, Apollo dinner.
This is going to be a Halloween on the High Seas cruise for us.
Yes.
People on the night that they do Halloween, people will be full head to toe in their Halloween costumes.
And other people will not.
Yeah, other people. We've been both.
Yep.
We've been both.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, I see a lot about luggage tags. When do I get luggage tags? What do I do if I don't have enough luggage tags? All of that information. So Disney will mail you luggage tags.
Time out. Step 1, don't panic.
Yeah, exactly. But Disney will mail you luggage tags. Like, I think we got the ones for our dream cruise, like, over summer. Like,
we've even had them show up after,
oh my gosh,
cruise.
we totally have. We have also had it where usually they give 2 each person. One time they only gave us like 2 total.
Yeah.
And so the nice thing is they have extra luggage tags at the port.
Yep.
So if they don't give you enough or you forget yours at home.
And not even at the port all the time. Sometimes if you, for example, we stay at the Hyatt, and the hotel actually, the Hyatt Regency.
So because we do Disney transportation,
right,
they have extra luggage tags for you.
So even there, like, so they're kind of, they're not hard, what I'm getting at, they're not hard to access.
Yes, yeah. So luggage tags, if you don't get them in the mail, you can always ask for them when you get there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a fun one. Do people pin trade on the ship? My kids love doing it at Walt Disney World. Should I pack them? Yeah. There's yeah, that's the simplest answer. Yeah, there is pin trading on the ship. I would say that it's not nearly as accessible as in the parks, but there's definitely, I know on our cruise with Tamara and Mike on the Wish, there was literally a slotted time to pin trade with the Stores cast members. So I don't know that it's as available, but I definitely see people walking around with their pin lanyards.
I have also seen it on the doors.
Yeah.
There's been people who have cork boards.
Yeah.
Where they can do pin trading.
I will put an asterisk along with the door one. If you are going to do that, I hate saying this. I absolutely hate saying this because it shouldn't be this way. But if you're going to do that on your door, make sure that it's stuff that you're okay with. Yeah. That if it grew legs and walked away, that you're okay with that. I hate saying that.
I feel like that happens more often with the pin boards than even like some once in a while it'll happen with fish extender gifts.
I've seen actually in our group, there's a thread right now talking about how that's been happening a little bit more often. That's really unfortunate. I don't know that I wouldn't go as far to say like theft is rampant because but yeah, so just make sure that if you do that on your door, that you're okay with something.
You said do.
Just make sure that you're okay with if something was to walk away and you weren't to receive one in return. Okay, so here's another one. This one is about guaranteed rooms.
Ooh, yeah.
Michelle has an issue with this one because there's a Y in there. We don't know what the Y stands for.
It'll show, you get a GTY room. Guaranteed. I get it. Why is there Y? Why is there Y?
Somebody, if you know what the Y stands for in GTY, put it down in the comments.
Because I've looked it up and I can't find it and I'm angry about it.
So what a guaranteed room is with Disney specifically is basically you are booking a kind of cheaper fare where you don't get to decide your stateroom. So the question was, when do they assign those rooms? So we've done this twice, and it can vary. I've heard of people getting it a matter of days before the cruise.
Well, I feel like people on our cruise that were going on got it like a month ahead of time, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it's very dependent on the cruise, the itinerary, and how busy the cruise is. The thing to note is don't panic, because a lot of people think, oh man, I haven't been assigned my room. Like they're going to get almost like they're going to get left behind. You are guaranteed a room on the ship. You will be on the cruise. You're going on the cruise. Don't worry about that. You just don't know what your room number is yet.
Yep. This question, are the plugs regular USB or do they have USB-C outlets as well? So the older ships only really have USB outlets, and they have European, and
Although
they have normal.
They are updating. They have been slowly updating them.
Yeah.
So they have been slowly updating them, because I think actually the Dream, and we'll find out, we'll put a little asterisk here, we will find out, that when ships are going into dry dock, I do believe they have been.
They're
so
switching.
I think the Dream does have some USB-C now. I feel like I saw that in another channel's video.
We have also a really great, because all of them do have European outlets, and so we have a really great adapter that we use that has both USB and USB-C, so I always bring that, so
And
that I know.
that'll be linked down below in the
Yeah.
video description if you want to take a look at it. You obviously, like, you don't have to get that one, but it kind
Yeah.
of shows you what Michelle's talking
Well,
about.
that way I just know that whatever kinds of plugs it has, because sometimes too they'll cover outlets.
Yeah.
So there might be times when we've had times when the USB-C was covered, so we
Yeah.
weren't supposed to use that. So that way I just always know that I'll have USB and USB-C.
Yeah,
So.
and you always have the traditional. All the ships have the traditional,
Yes.
old school 2-prong,
Yeah.
US plug, 120 plug or whatever they call it, 110.
Yeah.
So here's another food-related question. So we wanted to book Paulo brunch, but it was full when we went to, basically there was no reservations when they went to book it. Are we screwed? To answer this specific person's question, no, you're not screwed. So people are constantly adding and subtracting their reservations. Like you can cancel a reservation up to 24 hours before it happens. So there's people that will be on the cruise. They'll decide, night one, oh, I don't really want to go to Paula brunch that day.
And they usually do keep reservations, a few reservations open, so that if people come to them once they get on board, they have slots to put people into.
Yeah, so if you weren't able to secure a reservation for something you're wanting to try, even honestly, this doesn't just apply to dining, this also applies to excursions. So if you weren't able to secure it beforehand and like leading up to the cruise, the day that when you board on embarkation day, make sure that you go to, there's going to be, there's a spot for Remy and Paulo or whatever the adult dining is. There's a spot for rotational dining, and there's also an excursions desk. Go talk to them, because you'd be surprised how many times you can actually end up booking those, like Michelle mentioned, the day of embarkation because people have canceled them.
And quick side note, we have seen, this is a question we've answered in a different one, if you are not able to schedule or book the things that you were wanting to, whether it be adult dining or excursions or some kind of event on the ship, there is still so much to do on the ship.
Yeah.
So we've had people in past groups who are like devastated that they don't get their list of things, but there's still so much magic that happens on a ship. So even if you're not able to get something, it's still going to be such a great time. There's still so much to do on the ship.
It just gives you a reason to cruise again.
Exactly.
Oh, darn.
Darn it. Ooh, so this one's a good one. They go to Walt Disney World a lot, and so they say, we always bring reusable cups for the resorts. Can I do this on a cruise? Yes, you can.
I have mine right here.
Yeah. Yeah. They have signs on there that say, like, use fresh cups for refilling. Everybody brings a reusable cup, including us. Yeah. And nobody's ever even looked twice.
Well, and to be fair, if you were worried about that and you were a stickler for the rules, you could still bring the cup, use the fresh, as wasteful as it is, you could use the other cup and dump it into your cup.
Yes, yeah, I get the whole health code thing, but we're also very big, like, environmental people. So we love to bring our reusable cups. We usually bring 2 each, so that we have 1 for water and then 1 for, like, soda from the refill station, because Disney does do free sodas, in case you didn't know that.
Yeah, and this is literally the cup that I'm literally using it right now. So this one is related. This is a true first-time cruiser question. So we have never cruised before. We read that Disney doesn't provide you a lanyard or anything to hold your key to the world card. Is that something we can buy on the ship, or should we bring something?
It's a really good question.
When you have sailed more than once, matter of fact, Michelle has the lanyard, you would get one of these, and this is like the silver lanyard that you would get after your first cruise. On your first cruise, if this is your first time cruising, you do not get one of these.
Yes.
So they just give you the card. It'll be on your door when you show up.
Yeah.
So if you know that you are a person that needs kind of the accountability of having it on you.
We just made our own little lanyards.
And stuck it in there. They've started doing the magic bands.
Yes,
you
but you can do if you have a
magic band.
Only with the Magic Band Plus.
Yeah, the newest version, basically.
Yes.
So yes, if you have not cruised yet and you don't have a lanyard, definitely pick up some kind of lanyard to carry it in. It's funny, as you cruise more, the styles change and the colors, and it's like a little status
It's a little bit of a status
Like,
thing.
we're excited because we get to rock our gold ones.
This will be our first one with gold.
They better have them, by the way, because they've been going through where they didn't. There was a couple cruises where they didn't have the color, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Straight to guest relations.
On another note, this person said, are we supposed to have a daily itinerary with offerings sent to us by now? So they actually don't send you the like daily itinerary with the things that are happening. So the only way to access that is on the Navigator app, or you can also go to guest services and get a paper version so a paper version you might know if you've been on like other cruise lines, because that's what.
Or if you've cruised on Disney long enough before the app existed.
Yeah, so now Disney has everything on the app, but you can still special request like a paper version, but you don't find those out until you're on the ship.
Yeah. So here's another clothes-related question. Is there an ironing board in the rooms or a place that you can iron aboard the ship? Yes. So there's not an ironing board in your room, but in the laundry room, there's several of them on the ship, right? How many are there?
Usually on like the Wish class ships, there's only one big laundry room.
Oh,
but
okay.
on the other class of ships, there are.
Isn't it like every couple decks?
I don't know if it's every couple decks, but it's like there's a couple on there. There's usually one forward and one aft, I think.
Yes, we have a video. We can link that down below, actually showing the laundry facility on the Wish specifically.
Yeah, and there was another question about like laundry. How much does it cost? How do I do it? It's all in that video.
Yeah, so we'll link that down below.
Because we usually do like a couple loads every cruise.
Yeah, we're a big advocate of that. So yes, you can wash clothes. There's laundry available. Yes, there is irons and ironing boards. Those I don't believe cost, right? No. Yeah. So the ironing board and the iron are free to use. Laundry is obviously a charge, but you'll know this from our video, you can bring your own stuff aboard to like pods and like dryer sheets.
And if you bring your own stuff, it's like $7 a load.
Yeah, so it's not bad. But yeah, so you can do both of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another question about kids clubs. How do kids clubs work? Because they were like, I don't see that a place to like sign up for a kids club. So the only thing you have to sign up for ahead of time is the nursery or like under 3 groups. That's the only one you have to sign up ahead of time. The nursery, they only have specific spots because they can only take care of so many babies. But if you're...
And that's paid.
Yes.
The nursery is the one thing if kids clubs or kids things that is paid.
Yes, yeah. All kids clubs above 3 just have hours that they are open.
Yeah.
And you can drop off your kid and pick them up.
And that's included in your cruise. Like there's nothing special there. It's just the babies that you have to pay more for. They even have like these fancy little wristband things that you wear, and it like updates you on when they check in and check out, and
Yeah, and they'll message you, and
it's
I've
a cool
heard
process.
great things.
We don't have kids, so obviously we've never
personal experience.
That's never a personal experience. I will say we have toured the kids' spaces on
they're so
both
cool.
the Wish and the Fantasy, and the spaces are amazing. It makes me jealous as an adult, and even some of the character meet and greets that they get to have.
And you can do character meet and greets. That's open to everybody. So I've done character meet and greets that are in the kids' clubs.
Yeah.
They're so cool. Every time I go in, I'm like, I want to be here.
Yeah, they're great spaces. So if you have a kid or a teen, just know that there's a lot of great spaces aboard all of the ships.
Yeah. Ooh, here's another one about like the cost of any kind of drinks. I would say it's a pretty average cost for like a night out. I wouldn't even necessarily say park prices.
No,
I think drinks cost less than in the parks.
And I would even argue if you've ever been to like a baseball game or some kind of like event,
gosh,
I would
spend
actually
more on a baseball game.
Yeah, I would argue that the drink prices and like the purchased food prices, like snacks and stuff, are cheaper.
Yeah.
Like we got...
I think the fanciest cocktail I've gotten was like $18, and that was a really fancy one. It's usually between like 12 and 15.
You did do the whiskey thing with Mike. That was like $30-something. There's like a tasting room on the Treasure that you can
different.
do. But yeah, that's like its own thing.
Hooks Barbary has like old-fashioned tasting, and it's a very
That's where you can spend some money.
fancy thing.
Yeah. We're talking...
Still would do it again, but like normal cocktails are like 12 to 15. What were you going to say about...
Oh, no, I was just going to say Hooks is like its own special thing.
You were going to say something, like pretzels or beignets? Were you gonna
No, I was going to talk about Joyful Sweets.
Oh, yes.
So we've gotten like gelato in there before, and I want to say it was like $6 for both of us.
Yeah.
Like it was like $3 each.
Yeah,
which
so
is crazy cheap.
Specialty food and drinks are pretty normal, pretty average. I think a beer is like $8 or $9.
Yeah.
I said, cocktails are usually anywhere from like 12 to 15, and it's pretty consistent in that, unless you get like one of the fancy ones or get like a sipper, a special one. So.
Yeah, and like I said, I would say if you're like a sports fan, like Michelle and I are baseball fans, it's cheaper than stadium food.
Yeah, I spend so much more on stadium stuff than I do on the cruise.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one related to drinks.
Okay.
Is there an alcohol drink package? No.
Yeah.
So Disney does that differently than basically every other cruise line. I've only ever cruised on one other cruise line, and it was a long time ago, and I don't really remember it because I was really young. But I do know that Disney is different in this aspect, that they do not have any kind of drink package. So soda is included, soda and like kind of like apple juice, that type of stuff is included in
coffee
in your cruise.
Yeah.
But any alcohol drinks are separate purchases. They do have some like at dinner, there's like a wine package that you can buy.
Yeah, and we did actually do the wine package at dinner with Mike and Tamara, this last one. It was a pretty good deal. Like, comparatively speaking, if you're going to have wine every night, I would definitely do that.
Yeah.
You can bring on up to 2 bottles of alcohol of wine.
Per person, right?
Per person.
Per person.
Yes. I see a lot of questions about the Royal Gathering. So the Royal Gathering is something that you have to sign up for ahead of time. It doesn't cost anything, but it is a reservation. And it's a time when you can come in and they have like 3 or 4.
Michelle has, actually it's not the Royal Gathering that you have issues with.
It's Olaf's Royal Picnic. We'll get to that in a minute. The Royal Gathering is like a princess meet and greet. And so you get to meet like 3 to 4 princesses, I think, at one time. And so it's really cool, but they do only do a limited amount of spots.
Yeah.
Usually that's something that goes within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's so fast. We've never even tried to get it.
Yeah. Just know that there's other opportunities to meet those princesses. Usually it just means that you have to stand in individual lines and you're not going to see them consecutively.
Once,
The advantage to the Royal Gathering is it's like, boom, you're seeing Cinderella, now you're seeing Snow White, now you're seeing Pocahontas or whoever's there. Versus if they're just out and about, you have to like jump into everybody's line.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
there's still opportunities.
Now I have an issue with Olaf's Royal Picnic because you cannot book that unless you have a child. This is like some kind of ism. I don't know, kidism. Just because I don't have kids, I can't experience Olaf's Royal Picnic. I will never give up.
So here's a transportation question. My husband has to work late the night before the cruise. We're flying in early the day we embark. Is that going to be an issue?
Oof.
Oof.
That's stressful.
Okay. So the simple answer is it's not really an issue. I mean, it is, but it isn't. You can do it. There's nothing like Disney's not going to be like, you can't do that.
You do you, boo.
You can if you want to do that, you can do that. What we would tell you is that if we were able to talk to this person, we would tell them like, no, I would not suggest that. I would like do it. I would, even if it's a red eye, like I would do a red eye flight.
Because the long story short is the boat's not going to wait for you.
Nope.
So if something happens,
and we all know how kind of the airlines are now. So it's like if there's any kind of issue with your plane. It also depends on how far they're flying. If you're in Florida and they're flying close,
we're
it might be okay.
flying from California, so it's always like a full day event for us.
So I would say you can do it, technically.
Yeah.
Would I suggest doing it? No.
Definitely not advisable.
Yeah.
I would definitely do like the earliest possible flight. Well, I made it to the end of 2 previous cruise groups.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
I'm kind of like midway down, but this group is actually, I think, the oldest group out of all of our groups who went in. So there's a lot there, but I think it's one of those things where
we've answered a lot.
Yeah. I also don't want to us rambling at you guys
3 hours later.
Yeah, rambling for a while. So we will probably make another one of these. I enjoyed doing this. Let us know in the comments below if you guys don't mind. What did you like the style of this video? Did you like the kind of free form and pulling kind of live questions? Because like I said, in the past when we've done videos like this, Michelle and I will sit down and kind of
our research
and people we've talked to and questions that we've got. These are, like we said, these are questions that people are asking currently or have asked in our cruise groups in the past. So we just pulled them out. Just pulled them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know if you liked this video down in the comments below.
Or let us know if there's a question that we didn't get answered, that you didn't get answered, that we didn't answer for you.
Yeah, and we're happy to answer it in the comments below, and we might even use it in a future video.
Yeah.
So we're on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers, and Michelle and I have kind of made it like a goal to try to do it by the end of the year. So if you liked this video and you are not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing.
Yes.
Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified when more adventures come out, because we are about to leave, like we said, in just a few days.
Our next video is going to be a packing video for our cruise.
Yep.
Coming up, it's going to be a hauling on the high seas on the Dream.
Yep, it's a 5-night cruise. We're super stoked about it.
We've never been to Lookout, and this will be our first time at Lookout.
So we're going to be going to it's it's not a double dip, but we're going to Castaway, 2 days at sea, and Lookout, right?
In Nassau.
And Nassau. Oh no, not 2 days at sea.
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
Nassau. I always forget. Everybody forgets about Nassau, let's be honest. But it's a 5-night cruise, super excited. So if you want to be there for that video, make sure you hit the subscribe, hit the bell to be notified. And then the last thing we have, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. It helps the algorithm figure out who to show the video to, and it really helps the channel grow.
Yes.
We appreciate all of you guys for being here. I can't believe that we've been doing this now for like 9 months, and even where we're at, right? Like, isn't it crazy?
Yes.
And we appreciate all of you guys for being here. So I think with that, we will see you guys in the packing video.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.